Hey everybody, it's me, Spidey V, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today I've got another little video for you guys with some feeding, some updates on my animals, and yes, so hopefully it's going to be a good one. I did have some audio issues though, so maybe just be a little patient with me with this one, because I had to mute out all of the audio from all of the clips that I made earlier on, and I'm having to do a voiceover over all of that. That being said, let's just hope it's a decent collaboration of sound and voiceovers and it goes okay. But yeah, so just before we get onto the video, to everybody going to the BTS today, have an awesome day, and we hope to see a lot more photographs of you guys together and a lot of new animals. So let's get on to that video. Tyson, come here. Where are you? Crazy dog. Come, you're going to be on TV. Up there. Hello. Hello. Hey everybody. While I was taking out the teas so I could feed them, I found Jack in his bottle in a decent position where I could actually take a nice video of him moving around. You'll see how nice his markings are. He's got that kind of tiger stripe on his thorax kind of area too. But yeah, you'll see the bottle's quite big that I've got him in. He's got 2 crickets in there too. He seems to like the paneer crickets that I've been feeding him. As you saw in that first clip, he is nice and plump, so he is definitely eating well. I think he's eaten 3 crickets already since I've had him in this bottle. But yeah, he really likes those. I leave them in the bottom. I'll put a bit of food in there for them, and when he's hungry enough, he'll just go down and hunt one of them and then drag it up into his little hammock nest at the top and eat it there. Also, I spray the bottle down for him, so he's got a little bit of water in there to drink. It also mists up a little bit as well, which he drinks off the glass, which is nice. I haven't really seen him, besides for once, maybe drinking water, or what it looked like was drinking water. He's quite an active little spider as well. He's often climbing on the branches, but he seems to like the glass more. I don't know why that is, because in natural environment he'd probably be on the branches all the time. But anyway, I took a nice photograph of him and posted it on Facebook and on Instagram, my Instagram, and there it is. And I really thought that was a good shot. So, and here is Bond. This is the other little jumping spider which I found outside. He's also had a molt. You'll notice I say he for these. I don't know, I call the tarantulas she, and I call the jumping spiders he. I put a little fly in there which I caught on the tree where I found him, and he immediately jumped on it. He seems to be a lot faster with takedowns than the other jumping spider, but he's a lot smaller. Also, I like the markings on this one as well. I can't really see too close because he is really small, but that looks like a Batman sign on his on his thorax there. But anyway, but that's just me. But cool. But yeah, he really seems to like these little flies. I've caught a few of those and put them in, which he has taken down, and he's eaten those immediately. Also, I did put pinhead crickets in there, which he seems to shy away from. I think they may be a little bit big for him. So yeah, at a later stage I'll just take them out of there, but I do put food in there for them, so they have got quite a nice enclosure compared to the others now. But he's also quite active, this one, although he likes to be right at the top of the bottle inside the cap where I can't really see him. Now and again I'll see him crawling around on the glass, but he also tends to stay towards the top of the bottle where the lid is most of the time. He's also very, like I said before, very, very fast. I tried to take a macro shot of him, but he likes to stay at the bottom, so it wasn't that great a shot. But right, and here is Grizzley. That's her main hide that I made for her. It's a plant pot. Might be a little bit big for her, but she seems to have enjoyed it. But now this is a new excavation that she's made, and that is my fault. It's because I got a little bit nervous actually, because I lost a jumping spider not too long ago, and she was blocking up the tub or the little pot with substrate. Now here's the excavation. She's dug down now all the way to the bottom, and there where my finger is now, there's a little cove that she's dug under there where she kind of hangs out now. She's no longer using that pot, but the pot is not being used anymore because when she was blocking it up, I was uncovering it so that I could see inside and see that she was doing okay. But she obviously didn't like me interfering in her spidey business that much, so she decided, well, you big fat human, sorry, I'm going to make my own little my own little cave here, and hopefully I don't get bothered. So anyway, but this particular spider is a Grammostola rosea, or a Chilean rose. I highly recommend these for a beginner species. First of all, I was quite scared of spiders, so for me this was a great one for starting off, because first of all, it's not aggressive at all, doesn't kick hairs, or hasn't yet with me, never ever put up a threat posture. And also when they molt, they don't come out with huge size increases, which for somebody new that might be afraid of spiders like I was, is pretty good for the intimidation factor, because I think, if I had a spider the first time it goes into molt and it comes out double the size that it was previously, might be something that could make me a bit afraid. Right, and here is Kratos. Now this is a Nhandu Chromatus, still classified as a sling. Really beautiful spider, but he's a bit fat. I threw in a mealworm larva, or not a larva, but a pupa, and it just sat and sat and sat. I had to shorten this video quite a lot, because it was about 15-20 minutes that I filmed, and you can see that the little weevil or pupa was wiggling a little bit, but he really didn't take any notice of it, and eventually I just decided, well, I'm going to move on to the next tarantula. But these I wouldn't really recommend for a beginner species, because they are quite skittish and they do really run when they get nervous. This one still, as soon as I pass past the enclosure, my shadow moves over the enclosure, it bolts back inside there and hides away. But really great with feeding responses though, although this time didn't really like the food at all. And look here, she decided she really didn't like the pupa and dumped it in the corner outside. And this is Chaco, and I put 2 roaches in there for her. I wasn't really sure whether she was going to take them or not, because and obviously this was the answer. She just allowed her to walk straight underneath her. Look, the abdomen is really big, but it's obviously got quite bald, but it hasn't got that black dark coloration, which means she's going to molt. So I wasn't sure if she was going to eat or not, because obviously I've heard that these eat all the way into pre-molt sometimes, and while they're in pre-molt sometimes they eat as well. So I put these in just having a look-see to see if they would get eaten or not, but she really is not in the mood to even move by the looks of things. So yeah, I kept them in there for her, but she didn't do anything with them. Now we're on to Kong, and this is the Lasiodora Difficilis that just molted 2 weeks ago. It really has come up with nice adult colors. I think they may get brighter as well in the next molt, but it's really a beautiful spider. I put 2 roaches in there for her as well. She shied away from them for a little bit, and I thought, well, maybe I've put these in a bit too early after the pre-molt, but it had been 2 weeks. So but it turned out that she actually did take them down after I'd closed up, so she wasn't really I don't know if she was just feeling lazy or what, but she didn't take them immediately. But here's a shot of her with one of them in her jaws, and yeah, the other ones she took down a little bit later on. They were quite big, so I don't think she was going to take them both at once. And here is Zorro, the little baby, Brachypelma Emilia. Look at that fat butt. Her abdomen is getting nice and dark, so it's definitely a pre-molt, so I'm really looking forward to seeing her get a little bit of growth in her, because she's less than a centimeter, and here's a bit of a macro of that big hiney. Yeah, there she is having a little walk around. I just took a photograph because I was battling with lighting, and yeah, there's another one. She's really sweet. Give you that. Okay, don't. Crazy mud. Come here. Hello. Good boy. Where's the stick? 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 Your ears inside out. Iggy. Hello. Did you like sitting with me while I was doing the video voiceovers? Was that fun? This is my boy. Look what they did to my bench. These crazy mutts. And I suppose you're going to tell me it wasn't you. Hey.